Wait for it, wait for it.
She wasn't able to make it up here. It's like a 9-hour drive.
Oh gosh.
She wanted me to have you sign this, but we had like a 1 sign limit at the thing before. So, if I could push back quick after the thing, have you sign it, that would be awesome. Secondly, how guilty did you feel making Courtney Draper cry when you were trying to get her the character?
Not guilty at all.
I was impressed that she was up for the challenge. That's for someone to submit themselves to that is definitely something, and it says something about them as an actor to be willing to do that. And that was like really her callback. That was like her second audition. It was pretty impressive. Oh, you grab that. I made Courtney cry. Thanks. Courtney cried for her callback in BioShock.
S-K-Y-E? S-K-Y.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Hello, other Mr. President.
Hello.
I was wondering if either of you ever go back and play the games that you voice, maybe to see the context of some of the lines they have you do, or just to see your own work and judge yourself.
I do. I'm playing Saints right now, and superhero powers are fun. But I'm weird. I mean, I was a gamer before I was an actor. And it's what is insanely talented about this guy is that he's in this, not my thumb, this guy. It's insanely talented about this thumb. Is that he is able to make the game space from a performance standpoint seem so real and so tangible without being a gamer. That to me, I thought that Nolan was like, that's all he did. He was either working on a game or playing a game. And to be able to understand the nuances and how games work so well without being a gamer himself is huge.
I'm not a gamer because I'm terrible at it, and I get frustrated. And the last game, one of the last games I played, I almost needed a divorce attorney because it was Call of Duty. Might have been 2. No, I never got the one.
Big red one?
No, because I was Sergeant Randall. I'm a huge history buff, and I was Sergeant Randall that you land a D-Day with. In the Call of Duty, I don't remember which one it was. I did Big Red one, and I'm the lead Russian. Vasily, this way! Vasily! You run through Stalingrad again. We had dinner, and I said, I had to go up and get an Xbox, because I think it was an Xbox exclusive or one of those things, and I put it in, and I just... Next thing I know, my wife walks in, and she goes, what the hell are you doing? I said, what? She goes, it's 3:30 in the morning. I had started playing at about 6:30 after dinner. I had peed, I had blinked. My shoulders on the couch, I put it down, like this. I became obsessed with it. I mean, I couldn't get over it. I mean, the previous game to that was like Space Invaders in my basement when I was 11. It was ridiculous. So, a little bit of a ridiculous that being said, I appreciate that, is that I may not be a gamer, but I'm a huge fan of gaming. I mean, and how they make these games. And when I did the Uncharted book about the making of Uncharted 3, you know, you go to the developers and you watch these guys, hours and hours. And I was telling the panel yesterday, because before, you know, I'd get asked about how the game was made, and it's like, hi, I do my work. They take it to Willy Wonka's factory, they make the chocolate, and then they sell it to you. I don't know how he makes it. Maybe there's Oompa Loompas in there too, or I don't know how it works. And going into the developers, because I've worked with so many, to see how it's done. I mean, gaming is not what it used to be. I mean, you used to sit there gaming, it was like, let's face it, it's nerds in your mom's basement. And now it's professionals, it's all age groups, it's sophisticated. Gamers are sophisticated, they're smart. That's why gaming's getting better, because everybody out there is smarter and more sophisticated. They're not the geeks people think we are. I mean, it's the people who are like, and that's why gaming has to get better. That's why, hell, when I started, there was a big thing about, are we going to use union actors? developers didn't have to use union actors because people would put their earbuds in and just rock out to music and play. They didn't care. They were like, who cares about the voice acting? They don't need the voice acting. Suddenly gamers just start maturing and going, no, we want more. And now you have better writing, better programming, better design, better arts, better graphics, better voice acting has to come about. And the more that we demand, everybody out there demands for something better. And games just, who knows where it goes? I mean, I think I've only been doing it like a decade, maybe more. I don't know how old I am anymore. But the point is, 82. I don't know. For that age, absolutely. Again, though, drop. But I do recommend the straight eye. I'm not going to let that joke go. Seriously, don't go so you're trying. Spice. Except I'm going to Diet Blue with Katy Perry. Right? Katy Perry. Huge nose. Forget it. The point is, I'm saying, Mr. President, is we are doing, the more that you guys demand that stuff, the better the acting has to be, the better the writing, the better, now with the new Xbox, the PS4s. I mean, I've seen some stuff of developers that's doing some their run-throughs on the PS4. I'm not a Sony representative, but I saw some of the stuff they're doing. It's unbelievable. I'm like, wait, that's gameplay? It just takes it to another level. Who knows? I mean, by the time we all have kids or older, whatever, I mean, it's hopefully we'll still be doing it, right?
Oh my God, I hope so.
Yeah, it's a blast. I mean,
it's gonna be weird though. I think. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, I don't care, but
you will.
You will. I think you're gonna see a trend where more like recognizable in the mainstream names are put into games. Well, you know what? If it's the right guy, I don't care, or girl.
No.
But here's the thing, and you've been obviously a part of this too. It's kind of funny when you've got ex-actor who, when they walk in the room, you're like, holy shit, that's ex-actor. You know exactly who they are. And then you see them step into that space, and they go, shit. Because they had no idea. Because they're like, I'm going to give you this. You're like, hey man, sorry, that's not how we do it here. It's a completely different bag. You've got to be able to understand that. So this square that you're in, right there, all around you, you're on fire, and you have to jump through that imaginary fire into that imaginary truck, and that imaginary truck is going to go up that imaginary hill, where at the top of the hill there's going to be this god that's actually going to be breathing more fire, which is where the fire came from that you jumped out from, the imaginary fire we talked about too. And here's this little duct tape thing we got, that's for your gun. You got to make sure it feels like a real gun when you're actually shooting it, and you just see them go, because it's super, super hard. And there's a skill, and there's an art to what we do inside of the gaming space. And even directors that want to come in, Guillermo del Toro is the one who said that if you approach, Guillermo del Toro was the one who said that if you approach making games like a film, you will inevitably lose. Because it's not the same exact thing. It's not. It doesn't follow the 3-act or the 7-act structure like you do in film. It's something completely different. It would be more akin to like a TV season. A game is like a TV season. But I will say this, and this is the one thing that I'll stand on. It's completely unrelated, but buy new. Buy new. If you believe in a game and you want to support the game, please. We don't get a dime from it, okay? Once we do our job, we get paid, we're done. If it sells 2 million copies or it sells 2 copies, that's all the money that we're going to make on it.
Yeah, I would have bought an island by now. Jeez. See ya, that's from Sacramento.
But
down in Nolan. That's what I call my imaginary Nolan.
Let's go to Nolan. I know it's like it's $60, and that's a lot of money to spend on a game. And I remember like 2 years ago, like Skyrim came out and Far Cry City came out. It was like 5 games came out within a week of each other, right? And people didn't have $300 to drop on games; they had $60, so you had to choose one. So what we actually saw is that sales across the board went down. Nobody, except for Call of Duty, did tremendous numbers. Everyone did adequate numbers. Because people were just, can only spend so much, and so sales actually went down. So what I'm thinking, the responsibility and the onus is on the developers and the publishers to keep making kick-ass games, and the responsibility of the gamer falls on your shoulders as well to buy and support those games.
Just make sure Troy or I are in. Sure. Because all the other ones forget them.
It was terrible. So there you go. And hold on to those games too. Developers are working really hard to give you DLC that makes you want to hold on to that disc, so don't sell it. Hold on to it. Make it a library. And eventually everything will go digital download anyway, and we'll forget about it.
Then bring it to Con and we'll sign it.
Yeah, see? Those people that traded in Uncharted 2 for the GameStop, taking yourself down, aren't you?
Why would you do that?
Good man. Good man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I have a seal for you guys.
Awesome.
2 puns.
Oh, it's the worst.
Traitor.
Alright, so we have a question from Topher?
No, but we are technically out of time, but I'm going to let you guys go another 5 minutes. So if anybody else has any questions,
Anything?